order PM CST like cook. Tuesday after dark, who's in, who's out? Playoff dreams fly, or they crash, no doubt. Call it to go deep or go home, late at night. Boys with the heat, keep the whole chat high. We roasting teams, taking shots, bring a spark. Welcome to the madness, Tuesday after dark. NFL looking freaky in that playoff far. So buckle up, baby, let the chaos start. Proving your passer league, don't touch the QB, go deep or go home. League motto of the century, the nights after dark. So the jokes get risky, like the refs calls when they drink get whiskey. Would you rather take a hit from Micah coming off the edge or read stadium nachos that expired by pledge week? Would you rather watch a team joke on the road or explain to your friends why you still stay loyal? Would you rather switch QBs with your rival or join Raiders fans on commitment to survival? Chat going crazy, takes hotter than the sun. Every answer ends with someone yelling, "You're done!" Tuesday after dark, who's in, who's out? Playoff dreams fly, or they crash, no doubt. Call it to go deep or go home late tonight. Boys with the heat, keep the whole chat high.
Welcome back, Charles.
Thank you. Paul should be here in a little bit. Of course, as I had mentioned a couple weeks ago with the new work schedule and everything, just trying to blend in as much as we can. I'm really excited to see Paul here in a little bit to congratulate him on that fantastic Packers collapse. That was the playoffs.
Can I tell you something? He's not going to admit it, but he's going to. He told me, he goes, "You were ducking," and I said, "Paul, of all the people that would duck you and want to miss out on the conflict that would ensue between the two of you, he's not the one."
I was so ashamed I couldn't even talk in chat, bro.
Right.
So work scheduled me 4 to midnight, and
oh, you didn't want to show up at you didn't want to show up in the car? Yeah, guys.
Well, and I had woke up at about 3:28 p.m.
Yeah,
thinking that I didn't have to go to work till 6. Right.
Shoot,
so I was walking in, getting ready for my butt kicking. Because it's not only did I earn it, but the way the Packers played, I feel like we deserved it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I just had this like flash of 4 p.m. cross my mind, and I pulled out my schedule and I was like, fuck, I got to be at work in 28 minutes. Wife had made meatloaf and everything. I just you are who you say you are, who you say you are, more or less. And the way Green Bay had played all season long, I think outside of the Broncos game where we only had a lead in the third quarter, we had a lead going in the fourth quarter, and in most situations with 2 minutes or less to play. And every game we lost this year. I mean, it was just. We could blame it on the injuries. We could blame it on the coaching. We could blame it on this. We could blame it on that. I mean, it wasn't our year. After the start of the way the season started, the off season, I was screaming in my living room, "We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl." And then halfway through the season, I'm like, well, if Jordan Love doesn't win 1 at 27, but he wins 2 after 28, does it really matter about his 27th season?
A coworker brought up a really crazy stat to me, though, about coaches in the NFL. Yeah. Did you know there's only one coach in the NFL history ever that has won a Super Bowl after 7 years? Do you know who that coach is?
No.
Andy Reid.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Because he coached with Philadelphia and then
went to Kansas City.
So usually your first Super Bowl is within your first 7 years. I'm not saying that you can't win one, but
nope, I agree.
That's the trend. Let's just say that's the trend.
And that was a little bit. I'm so glad you brought that up. That's definitely on the list here. Yeah, I mean, and let's jump right into that too. I mean, the Packers after the game, of course, you had emotional me on the internet screaming, "Fire everybody!"
That was all. That wasn't just you. That was all of us, myself included.
You know,
Yeah.
and then once the 24 hours went away, and this is what kind of bummed me out. There was a lot I was excited to talk about. I mean, the butt kicking would have taken a few minutes and then we would have moved on.
Yeah.
But Matt LaFleur is actually a pretty good head coach. Now, if you're asking me, is he a good offensive play caller situationally? No, he's terrible.
Yeah. I think anybody with, I don't think there's going to be too many arguments there.
No. But man, he's put together a pretty decent coaching squad. He's put together a really great resume. I mean, Matt LaFleur would be, even with Harbaugh on the table, I truly believe LaFleur would have been number one on most people's radar for this head coaching job when it comes to Buffalo, Baltimore, Arizona, Las Vegas, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, especially the Raiders right now with the number one situation that they've got going on there. We'll talk about that in upcoming episodes. Shout out draft in Pittsburgh. I would have loved to have gone. It was said that we were going. A family member now in the same area is getting married later on in that year, so we're going to go to that instead of the draft, and we're going to have a really, really good time doing that. But I mean, how do you feel about that too? Let's say the Packers did get rid of Matt, because it's not, after 24 hours, it's not what I wanted.
You know, I looked into it, I thought about it, and I think you're going to feel the same way. I thought about it a lot, and I said, you know what? It would be a complete reset for not just the offense after losing Matt LaFleur, the defense as well. Now with Halfley taking the job there in Miami,
Well, absolutely.
it's like you can't just push this button in the NFL and expect teams to be the same. It's when you have turnover at every level, like that, it's not going to happen.
Well,
and I thought about that too, and that probably changed my mind quite a bit when it came down to it.
It did. And the conversation I had with myself that changed my mind was, take the title town out of it. All right. Like, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Green Bay's title town. I get it. But like, there were a lot of factors to take into consideration. I mean, for one, collapses happen with young teams. And Green Bay remains a young football team, one of the youngest, if not still the youngest football team in the NFL. So your teachable moments occur in these collapses. And this year, unlike the last couple of years, it's like, okay, yeah, we're the 7th seed and we're only in the playoffs because the playoffs are extended and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, it's not that we're only in the playoffs with the playoffs extended. We're in the playoffs. We've made it to the playoffs in 3 years with the youngest team, and this year was growing pains. I mean, the more I looked into it, the more the more it was just like, we have some holes, absolutely, and those holes were magnified because of our young age and the collapses. And the more I looked at it, the more I'm like, man, this team next year could be so hungry and so angry for the next handful of years. I truly believe that the sky's the limit with Matt LaFleur, with a brand new, with a total reset everywhere, because we're expecting a special teams change, right? I mean,
the amount of money that they're wasting on special teams and not getting any results. Yeah, it's got to be. But I just don't know. And I would have thought, here's the thing: the fact that it's taken so long with Goody for them to come to terms with his little contract extension, or whatever you want to call it. They called it an agreement. They didn't even call this an extension. They called it an agreement.
Yep.
So, I mean, Green Bay has always been kind of like, we're not really going to talk about extensions, because they're quiet like that. That's fine. That's fine. We know he's the coach. That's all we need to know as fans. We don't really care how much he's getting paid. We don't really care about the stipulations. Like I said, the first 5 games of next season, if he comes out and he has success, or if he falls flat on his face, obviously people are going to go one way or the other way. They're either going to be pissed off that they didn't get rid of him, or they're going to be happier than hell that they still have him. Yeah.
Yep. No, I definitely agree with you on that one. I think though that there's a handful of definitive things I was able to look back and go, man, that really irked me. And throughout all of the collapse, we had a veteran special teams coach and a veteran special teams kicker, and they let us down more.
Well, I can off the top of my head, 3 games specifically, the Bears game twice.
Oh yeah.
Both Bears games, the last 2 of the season, and then also special
Browns
teams
game.
blunder, the Browns game.
Yep, absolutely.
Those are 3 games that I'm like, we let it
then,
slip away.
And then in the Broncos, I believe, what was it? Well, no, the Cowboys game. The Cowboys game was special.
There's
teams.
Another one right there. There's
Cowboys,
4 wins.
The Cowboys starting field average playing was like our 40-yard line. They had 10 yards to go before they got into their playing field the entire game. You just had to throw the ball at the 3-yard line 4 times in a row, and you would have, there he is. There he
I really think that the NFL is going to have to take a wild look at that too.
All
right. I might not seem like myself. I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm going to muster through it for today.
Oh, we appreciate you being here, and I apologize about the pain.
Listen, life of being a Army vet.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. Broski.
Sorry for being late.
So now that it's not even that you're being late. This might end up just being a new flow for a little while, where it's like 4:30 to 5:30ish, which East Coast time, it's right when everyone's getting home from work and yada yada yada. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate all of you for being adaptable.
Yes.
In these
if I'm not anything, I'm flexible.
We are adaptable.
If I'm not anything, I'm everything.
Alrighty, so hey, just to give you kinds of a heads up, we were just wrapping up on the Packers full season review.
Mm-hmm.
I told him you were ducking him.
We were slowly getting into the head coach.
Ain't nobody ducking no smoke.
But with you here now, I did want to give you the opportunity. Because obviously what has happened, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But I wanted to give you the opportunity. And before you said anything, bro, like, I don't know what to think or feel, but I thought the 4th and 7 play against Green Bay, or the 4th and 8 play against Green Bay, was like just some crazy ass fluke. And it was like, all right, cool. There's your onside kick this game. Like, I don't know how you fucking got 2 onside kicks in 2 games. I'm like, but you got it. And I don't know how to think, because
Caleb Williams is a magical man.
So there's that. That could be very true, right? So then and we're just talking about that moment, right? Like, because the other moment hasn't happened yet. And I was just so effing furious. I was like, if Booty Cheeks was 2 inches taller, his fingertips would just like
2 inches.
Booty Cheeks. Oh man, everything keeps coming back to Booty Cheeks.
Nixon is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So,
he's number 1. He's number 1 on my chopping block as a Packers fan.
Yeah. And we did recently do some chopping. I've got that list.
I feel Caleb Williams has 4 major highlights, like candidates for throws of the year.
Yeah, 3 of them are against the Packers.
1 to the DJ Moore, just lobbing it up there, him grabbing it. The second one, Cole Kmet, because that was just an insane throw. The one to Roma Dumze, 4th and 8. And then just the second one to DJ Moore to end it in overtime. where he just launched it from from
Oh,
midfield.
and there was that. I mean,
and even the one to Walker to tie the game up in the second game of the season. Like,
yeah,
again, I've been getting a lot of text messages for the last few days saying that the season's been a disappointment, and I'm trying to figure out where the disappointment was.
right.
Yes,
I mean, I think people do drugs.
I'm like, am I disappointed that we lost to the Rams? Of course, I'm mad that we lost to the Rams, but am I upset with the overall capsule of the season that we just saw? No, I have absolutely nothing to be upset about.
Yeah, no, to be fair, it's like just sit back and enjoy the show for a little while.
I'm enjoying the ride
because next season is every season is completely different. Now let's I want to see how the off season is. I want to see what the focus is. I want to see what these,
if we're doing trade packages, the biggest three things that I feel like we need to figure out. One, I think there's a few contracts that we need to restructure. Garrett, Tooney, DJ Moore might be on the top of that list to create cap space. Right. And there's some trade packages that we need. I think Phillips from the Eagles, he's a free agent this year. If we can't find a way to trade for Max Crosby, whatever that looks like, pick up somebody in free agency or even try to persuade Khalil Mack to come back on a 1-year deal, to see what that looks like. But the biggest thing is the draft is important. And I got to do research to see interior linemen that are coming out of the draft this year and where they're coming from so I can see the best fits. Because, again, we don't have a high draft pick in the first round. I think we drafted between 23 or 25. I can't remember exactly. So we're going to have to do a little magic. But I'm okay. Again, I am okay with how the season started and how it ended.
This is part two of a successful NFL season. It's that season was amazing. I just, like you were saying, we're on to the next off season. But for then Caleb Williams to come back, I hadn't even made a post on Facebook, bro. I was like, the NFL is so fucking scripted, dude. It's
wait. All right. Paul and I kind of went over this just a little bit.
Dude, the Jacksonville Jaguars are. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Broncos, the Chargers, we're going to be seeing a lot more of them in the playoffs.
There's a new era of quarterbacks.
We've got Seattle. We've got, if the Packers get their head out of their ass, you've got the Packers. I mean, and with these new head coaches coming in, Liam Cohen did a wonderful job.
He's still my vote, being unbiased for Ben Johnson. Right. He's still my vote for Coach of the Year. What Liam Cohen did in Jacksonville is ridiculous. Yeah. You went from having a quarterback that was supposed to be the next coming, and he struggled on and off, year on and year in, and multiple head coaches, and then Liam Cohen turns him into this year as he was a dog.
And he finally felt like he deserved the 285.
Like Trevor Lawrence is getting paid what he's supposed to play like.
It's no longer like I don't think about the Waffle House incident with Trevor Lawrence now. I'm thinking about football. He
played to end the season on an 8-game win streak. To end the game on an 8-game win streak and lead your team to a division, a 3 seed, from coming again, Chicago and Jacksonville going from the 1 and 2 spots in the draft.
Yeah.
So now we're not 1-2 spots, but as bad as we were,
multiple
both of us having
picks. Yeah,
and having a rookie head coach to win your division in your first year as your head coach with a young quarterback. I'm like, I'm grateful for what Ben Johnson did for us. And I'm not saying if he wins it, I'm not going to be upset. However, if I'm being unbiased and I had a vote, I think what Liam did in Jacksonville, I feel like he just did. It just looks better resume wise what he did in Jacksonville with what he had with all the doubts already with the players on that team.
We beat a lot of those playoff teams head to head, so proved it already before they even got into the playoffs.
Yeah,
So,
he got to my vote, and again, like you said, Charles, the landscape of what's going on with these quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks. This NFL is about this. The NFL is about to get flipped upside down for the next 6-7 years.
Well, and the veteran quarterbacks are beginning to be the Trevor Lawrences and the Justin Herberts, and so like we've been talking for many moons about Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson,
Joe Burrow,
Josh Allen.
Okay, now let's make it relative right now. Just you're on the topic right now of veteran quarterbacks. Is this possibly Stafford's last hurrah with LA?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, if he finds a way to win it all,
Chamber going into this season didn't practice.
If he wins it all, I can see him walking away.
But I mean, there's the Peyton Manning effect as well. You got to take it. You got to take that. I mean, Peyton Manning had a really great season, just missed out on the Super Bowl, and then was like, "Well, I'm going to come back," and could barely throw the ball 7 yards. Like he couldn't throw the ball more than 7 yards.
Like the defense basically won him that Super Bowl,
and they won a Super Bowl. So I don't know. I mean, and teams are crazy now. But the question is this? I see this being more of a last stint with the Rams than the possibility of Stafford being being done. Yeah, but
you know who I'm done with?
Who are you going to replace him with?
I've been saying
they're going to have to draft one, I would assume.
And they're headed to the Super Bowl, so how are you going to get that done?
I just want to say I've been saying this for years.
This year. But
I've been saying this for years, and you guys have been giving me shit for it.
Okay.
Justin Herbert is overrated.
Well, I didn't give you shit about this. I'm pretty sure we were in agreement with you.
I don't. There's too many what ifs, and Josh Allen is slowly creeping into more and more. I can't defend you.
Josh Allen is just a more mobile Jim Kelly. We said this, Paul.
Yeah, I'm more on the Josh Allen than I am about the other one.
No,
you are. You got more confidence in Josh Allen.
The reason I got more confidence in Herbert than I do Allen. If I'm going to be honest with you,
I'm picking Allen over Herbert.
I know. Yeah,
head to head. Yeah,
but Herbert had, and as a Packer fan, I got to respect it. Herbert had a buttload of fucking injuries on that team this year. I mean, his entire offensive line went down. We're starting. This is a different age.
Let me go get the violin. Let me get the violin.
You can get the violin all you want. This happened to you last year.
I didn't bitch and complain.
Your offensive line was. You ended up being a Lions fan by the end of the year last year.
Yeah, because we were losing, but because your offensive line was terrible. When it matters. Justin Herbert. How many times has Josh Allen had nothing and still won games in the playoffs?
But he's had an offensive line. I'm just saying. He won the
intangibles are there for the Bills to win a Super Bowl. They just don't perform.
You're not going to be able to convince me that you're picking Justin Herbert over Josh Allen.
I'm not trying to convince you. I might end up dying on this hill, and I'm aware of that. But Harbaugh left Michigan for Herbert. That's got to mean something.
That don't mean shit to me.
I know, but I got the dude's picture with the signature.
I just feel like Justin
means
Herbert,
something to me, Paul.
I just feel like Justin Herbert is just not doing it for me. And again, I love Josh Allen. Don't get me wrong. I love Josh Allen, but it is getting harder sometimes to defend him when offensively. And this goes for Caleb too. Y'all, again.
Man, he missed that pass pretty terribly.
And my thing that pissed me off was the same thing happened with Buffalo that happened with us with the Rams. One was considered an interception and not down by contact with the Cook and whoever that guy was from Denver. Same situation. But at the same time, Josh Allen and Caleb Williams, one of their biggest issues with me is they try to play hero ball too much sometimes, and it becomes detriment.
So like so you mean the Cole Kmet, Evan Williams?
Anything. But there's also
Colson Loveland, Evan Williams.
Now there was a play on that. I don't care what anybody say. DJ Moore let go on speed on that first interception, that deep pass in the interception. That was supposed to be DJ Moore, but he let go. Yeah. And he just didn't finish his route for some reason.
Oh, yeah. But there's many moments, bro, where like, and now looking at it analytically, where the quarterback gets the interception, but you're like, man, that wide receiver fucked that.
It wasn't on him.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's like, and it's not just, this is just period. There's some quarterbacks that get these interceptions, and I'm like, that's not on them. Like the ball was where it was supposed to be, but the receiver just did not. Either they let go of speed or they ran the wrong route.
Right. But yeah, and those moments in playoff games are detrimental. But of course, but then again, of course, too, we are who we say we are. And that's something that Patrick and I were talking about, right? It was poetic that the Packers went up on the Bears and lost in overtime. That's who we've been all season.
Yeah, we're
outside of the Denver game, bro. Outside of the Denver game, we were winning in all of our games in the fourth quarter, and most of them until 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Right? I mean,
how do you go into the locker room after allowing 25 points in the fourth quarter? Like, what do you tell your people?
Bro, so I thought about this too. And Patrick and I were talking about this earlier. I thought about it, and I said, you know what we watched out there? We watched a young team learn a hard lesson. It feels different from me now that we're removed from the emotion. But you look at a young football team who made mental mistakes, and they just mentally collapsed. Now, you did have a couple veteran situations let the team down. For example, the $2 million special teams coach or the veteran kicker, right? Like those guys were in there to solidify those young teams' mistakes. But ultimately it comes down to, I mean, it wasn't our year. I mean, and you could say it, you could blame it on the excuses, you could blame it on the coaching, you could blame it on the situational play calling. The terrible thing is when that happens, and especially in the NFL, I mean, this is what you get. There's a lot of hope. I think there should be a lot of excitement for next year for both of us.
We got a rivalry again. We got a real rivalry again.
Well, and
blood, sweat, tears, pissed off fans. It's great. It's great.
But as a Packer fan, this is just our life. And I don't mean to say it. And a handful of years ago, we were battling the Vikings. A few years ago, we were battling the Lions. And now we get to battle the Chicago Bears. And we get all these fan bases, and I love it. And in the NFC North, that's just kind of a Packer thing. And I'm starting to get that. It's just like the Eagles in the NFC East or the San Francisco 49ers, right? I mean, every team loves beating the shit out of the 49ers. Like, you just have those teams. Tom Brady with the Patriots. You know, when it didn't matter who he lost to when he was playing. So that's a more magnified effect. I'm not saying that but just before you popped in, the conversation was heading towards when I remove the title town expectations and recognize how difficult the NFL is and just appreciate the season that was in front of me.
Right.
I mean, we went through a buttload of just random crap, a young team, made it to the playoffs, played our effing hearts out, and decided it wasn't our year. Like, holes ended up being holy, you know, and good players, soon to be great players, probably took advantage of those situations. And it doesn't matter how great you play, if the other side plays just a little bit better, you can't be upset about that. And that game came down to the Bears making the plays at the end. You know, I think the Green Bay Packers beat the Bears for 177 of 185 minutes of football this season. But the Bears won in the last 8 minutes of
when it
all
mattered the
those
most.
games, and that mattered the most, right? Like that's just what it was.
Because again, the thing is, there's 60 minutes of football in each game.
60 minutes,
not 3 quarters, not 30 minutes, not 48 minutes, not 27.
We saw Kansas City do
minutes.
it. Yeah, we saw Kansas City do it last year, and we get to see Chicago do it. Chicago and Washington did it last year. We get to see Chicago do it this year. I mean, it was to be fair, when you take the Green Bay Packer out of it, and we're at the end of the season now, so I get to be friendly with everyone again.
Cool. God bless you.
Thank you. I mean, it was a really fun season.
It was good football this year.
Yeah, it was great football this year.
The playoffs were great. They're still great. Like I don't think
I've team win 7 games after losing with 2 minutes left. 7 games after losing with 2 minutes left.
I don't think I've seen this many close games in the playoffs like this, where it's like it's going back and forth. Like there's football being played all 4 quarters, and it's just like, this is nuts. I saw this one guy, he made a video saying that anybody that thinks these playoffs are good, you don't know ball. I'm like, are we watching American football, or are you watching what Europe plays? Because what I witnessed in the wild card was freaking fantastic play. And then even the divisional round, even with San Francisco getting their back blown out, to see Seattle and see Sam Darnold not choke the game. Like Seattle's defense looks,
and there's we got a bunch. Shout out Seahawks. I mean,
they look good.
To me, they came out of nowhere this year. I was like,
I'm pretty sure
you got rid of Geno Smith for Sam. What was his name? Bradford or Darnold? Darnold.
Jackass.
Yeah. Sorry. I get those two mixed up. They almost look alike.
And again, everybody counted Sam Darnold out again.
Yeah.
And everybody thought what happened last year with the playoffs. Because again, if you notice, the same scenario that happened with Minnesota and Detroit last year happened again with San Francisco and Seattle. This time, though, Seattle was able to pull away with the W, get the number 1 seed, get the division, and then they had to play San Francisco for a 3rd time. And this time, they blew them out.
Is Mike McDonald a better coach than Kevin O'Connell?
Who has the better defense is the question.
I don't see much difference from the
Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota has better offensive weapons as far as receivers.
Yeah. But not this season, but the last year's Minnesota Vikings defense is really what kept them in most of those games and won them most of those games when it came down to it. You have Jackson Smith and Jigba, you got Justin Jefferson, right? I mean,
I think Seattle probably has a better
running back. I think Seattle's got the better running back. I think Seattle's got the better receiving.
I think Seattle has a better secondary than Minnesota.
Right, but we're talking about the 13-win Minnesota team last year. What's the difference?
Seattle has a really good scoring defense, but as far as like defense goes in the NFL, they got a lot of luck from takeaways. They gave up a lot. They had a lot of close. Seattle, as good as they are, they had a lot of. They had a lot of one score. They had 7 1-score games this year that they won by. I'm saying that the NFL parity in the NFL this year. You look at a team. Don't just look at the record.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I think
Seattle is only 2.5-point favorites.
So is Mike McDonald a better coach than Kevin O'Connell? Because Mike McDonald is getting the max potential from Sammy.
I said this before the playoffs started. I remember when I said that there may be favorites, so-called favorites, right? They're called the favorites. Right. However, there's no one team that looks just purely dominant.
Oh God, no. That's
You know what I'm
why
saying?
Seattle's not favored by more than 2.5 points.
But they're
at home.
still the more favorite team out of the 4 that is remaining.
Right.
And second to me is New England.
I would say New England's number 1 because you don't have a quarterback in Denver. You are going to sit there and tell me New England doesn't have a better chance to beat Denver than
I'm saying the second best team is New England.
No, yes, by far and away they're the best team.
I'm saying I have Seattle and New England as the top 2 teams that are left out of the 4. But I have Seattle as number 1.
Seattle's probably number 1. Number 2 for me is probably Seattle.
I think New England's number 2. I think the defense in Seattle I know New England has a tough defense, but I just feel like
the problem with New England is they played that easy schedule, and everybody is pretty much giving them a pass for that.
When are we going to start hearing Packer fans scream, "Why didn't we keep Mike and give New England Matt?"
Yeah,
he was in our office last year.
Yeah, so was Salah.
All right. Well, he just got hired by the Tennessee Titans, didn't he?
I don't think I don't think it's as bad as Patrick is making.
You guys are completely fucking nuts. Again, dude, he had his chance to be a head coach and he pissed on it.
The Jets are the most dysfunctional organization
in
on the
fucking
planet.
Tennessee isn't? Are you fucking shitting me right now?
I think Tennessee has more potential. Tennessee has more potential than the Jets do.
No, they don't. They do not. No.
Last time I checked, one team is cursed and the other one isn't.
They're both cursed. Tennessee hasn't won a fucking thing.
Last time I checked,
I take that back.
Last time I checked, the Jets have been cursed since Joe Namath won and gave up his soul.
Charles said that they bought that Super Bowl, and we will stand by that.
So again, the Jets and the Jets owner are just dumb as hell. The only thing closer than them than stupidity are the Cowboys.
I'm just saying, Paul, if you couldn't win with like the number 1 at the time that he took over the Jets, they had the number 1 defense.
And you had
in the
Zach
NFL.
Wilson
It wasn't
as your quarterback.
Even close.
You had
one more than Aaron Rodgers.
I don't give a shit. Yeah,
he did more than Aaron Rodgers.
That's true.
I'm not saying that he's going to be a good head coach in Tennessee.
I'm
just saying it's not as bad as you think it is.
The reason I'm saying that is because he wasn't even the best possible option for them. Why did they choose him is what I'm asking. I'm not saying Tennessee. I'm saying Tennessee dropped the ball, not Salah. Salah, good for him. But Tennessee dropped the ball.
Wild.
They could have went and picked a way better head coach.
Morris, at one point in time, they had Derrick Henry and AJ Brown.
Very true. And then they decided to trade everybody away.
There was a couple other pieces too. Like they had a really good football team, and they were like, "Yeah, no, you get
this is." I'll say it the same way that Charles said it when we drafted Morgan. You had the ball, you dropped it. The ball's in your court now. What are you going to do with it? And I don't have faith that Salah, a defensive-minded coach, is going to be like, "Oh yeah, I know offense. I'm going to pick up offensive weapons." Yeah,
the way Morgan gets blown on his ass.
Yeah, they can get rid of him too.
Multiple bull rushes. It's just like, what
was that?
What? He has a really good left tackle though. I mean, he's not a good guard.
He's a big body. He's big.
All right. There's a few things I wanted to talk with you guys about before I got to bounce. So the head coaches that got fired, I always love to see who made a mistake.
Yeah.
And so we had Sean McDermott fired by the Bills, who, by the way, would be an amazing defensive coordinator in Green Bay if anybody really wanted, if anybody wanted to know my dark horse on that one. You had Sean McDermott fired by the Bills. You had Mike McDaniel fired by the Dolphins. We called that at the beginning of the year. The only thing we were really wrong about with the Dolphins is the fact that they somehow won a few games at the end of the season. I still think they should have been relegated. One of the worst teams. I'm shocked they decided to fuck themselves out of the number 1 draft pick. John Harbaugh fired by the Ravens. Jonathan Gannon fired by the Cardinals, Carroll fired by the Raiders, Stefanski fired by the Browns, Morris fired by the Falcons. Again, did not make sense to me at all. The beginning hire, like it wasn't that you should have taken Bill Belichick. It was just like, you really had to listen to everyone talking.
That McDermott's firing to me,
that one doesn't make
like
sense.
the dumbest one out of all of them.
That one doesn't make sense.
GM should have been fired.
Yeah, I think, absolutely.
Whoever snatches Doug is going to get a hell of a head coach.
Can I ask a question then? Right now in that Bill's office is Joe Brady. Is Joe Brady going to get the head coaching position for Buffalo?
I feel like you have to give him an interview, but I don't.
I mean,
know. My question to that, though,
he's a great offensive coordinator. That's his thing.
How much sway does Josh Allen have in this hiring process?
Josh Allen loves Brady, so yeah, there's that.
I mean, in reality, yeah, because you basically looked at the situation and said our defense let Josh Allen down, and it can't do that anymore, and you're the reason for it. So that's why they got rid of McDermott.
I tell you what I would do if I was Buffalo. Hire Brady, get yourself an offensive coordinator. Whoever Brady says that's who I want, and then you go out and you get Raheem Morris as your defensive coordinator. That's me if I'm Buffalo. That's me.
Well, Raheem Morris should be on many radars. I know he's on the Packers' radar, but
gotta be for Green Bay. Yeah.
How I define who made a mistake is like you fire a coach, and in less than 40 hours, he's got a new job, right?
John Harbaugh.
Baltimore firing Harbaugh,
and then he's got a job in 24 hours. Right.
Stefanski, the Browns firing Stefanski
2 days later.
Oh yeah.
Atlanta Falcons got him picked up.
That's a good hire for them. Good for them.
That's a very good. I mean, now you got Stefanski with that quarterback situation again. You just can't get rid of quarterback situation.
Dude, can I ask you a question? I think I might know this off the top of my head, but how many more years is old boy still under contract for the Falcons?
I think he has 2 years left.
Yeah.
He
still got 2 more years.
Because this season was season 2 out of his 4 years.
So Stefanski goes from one quarterback to another
around because he's a good friend. He'll pay good friends.
Arthur Blank and him are like
Arthur don't give no
Arthur homies, huh? Yeah.
He's gonna trade Kirk Cousins for Dylan Gabriel.
I mean, at this point, it might be worth it.
And then
you'll get more playing time out of him.
Listen, if that happens, then I take back everything I said about him being fired is a terrible thing.
Kirky Cousins.
That's just stupid.
Right. I'll take it all back.
I can't wait.
I want to see this hire and to see how it would affect the landscape of the AFC. I want to see McDermott go to Vegas.
That wouldn't surprise me, Paul. Honestly,
Pete Carroll goes back to college.
Pete Carroll needs to go be a grandfather somewhere.
No, he can't. He can't. That's his problem.
He needs to go coach.
Or get a gum sponsor.
North Carolina State. He needs to coach North Carolina State. So Bill Belichick and Carroll could be in the same state. That'd be awesome. So Brian Callahan by the Titans. You know, the one thing I do want to mention is that for the most part, and as a Packer fan, I'm comfortable saying this out loud, NFL owners are stupid.
Majority of them.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they turn on Twitter or X, whatever the hell it is anymore.
I'm still calling it Twitter.
And they're like, oh, all of our fans want me to do this, so let's do that. Like, y'all just hired Brian. Like, you didn't even really give him a chance to do anything in a world where he's playing against people like Patrick Mahomes. And I mean, the list can go on and on and on and on and on, right? Like, you don't have one of those players. You didn't give him one of those players. How in the hell do you expect him to do anything? That's just wild to me. Mike Tomlin stepping down from the Steelers. Man, here's a thing. Here's a nice little conspiracy for y'all out there. Aaron Rodgers retires, starts having a presence in the Green Bay front office, calls Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is now the defensive coordinator of the Green Bay Packers.
He doesn't want to coach this year, so you'd have to wait till after 2026, 2027.
Well, he might not want to be a head coach.
No, he said he wants to take time off at least 1 year.
Well,
he's doing the Mike McCarthy. Son of a
yeah, he says he wants to spend time with his family.
He's going to spend time on the Pat McAfee show.
There was rumors that Harbaugh wanted the Packers job. Did you see this?
What's that?
Rumors that Harbaugh wanted the Green Bay job if LaFleur was fired or whatever or whatnot.
Oh, I could see that.
I can believe that. Yeah, he's got Wisconsin ties. Yeah.
So, newly hired head coaches, of course, John Harbaugh, Kevin Stefanski, Jeff Hafley, and old boy for the Titans there,
Saleh.
Again, too, though, like, I'm just like, you just lost 34-6. And you're the defensive coordinator.
41
to 6. Don't shorthand them. They got that tutty at the end, yeah.
And you gave up 38 to the Bears.
And almost lost.
Like, how do you look at that and go, oh, I can't wait to get you in the building? It's befuddling to me. Head coaching job's still open. Buffalo, Baltimore, Arizona, Las Vegas, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. So I think
Buffalo is killing me right now that they don't have a head coach and they're almost in the AFC Championship.
I think Buffalo's probably outside of maybe Vegas, this might be the hottest team.
I think if you're looking
I want to coach at
win now, absolutely. Buffalo and Baltimore are 1-2.
You got a franchise quarterback. Buffalo's got to be. I think the
ownership in Baltimore is better than the ownership in Buffalo. But
I'm like, I don't think either one of those two stadiums and having.
I wouldn't want to coach Lamar though. That's just me.
You have a brand new stadium heading up in Buffalo though, so that would be
Buffalo's a hot commodity right now.
I think Arizona is on the bottom of this list. I think their ownership doesn't pay for crap. Their food is terrible. But they have a really nice fan base. So it's I feel bad.
I'd probably put Cleveland in the middle of that pack just because you still have somewhat of a good defense.
They have loyalty. They have loyal fan base too.
But I don't think if you get the right coach,
the bar isn't very high in Cleveland. You just have to make it to the playoffs.
You win 7 games in Cleveland, you might make the playoffs. Yeah, that defense.
I'm just saying, like you just got to make the playoffs within the first 3 years.
And so it's not the most attractive job, but I think it's definitely better than what Arizona has to offer.
Oh yeah, Arizona's got a failing quarterback who only I don't even know if he wants to be there anymore.
It's Arizona, and it's no disrespect to Pittsburgh, but it's like you have nothing right now, literally.
Yeah,
nothing.
I think
you don't know if your quarterback's coming back. You don't have a head coach. Your offensive coordinator might get a head coaching job somewhere. So it's just like
Pittsburgh is probably one of the weird. That's like a B tier team. It's like there's history, there's championship culture, but it's like, do you really want to go?
It's going to be a lot of work.
They want to start over. It's a reset for them offensively. It has to.
And as much as we try not to be so hard on him, you're coming in replacing a guy that hasn't had a losing season in 19 years.
Yeah. That's a hard egg.
The excitement of this season could lure Trey Hendrickson to the Bears. So as a Packer fan, we need to watch that.
Interesting.
I think the number 1 list on the free agent, we could see Trey Hendrickson in the NFC North. That's just something we need to
either Chicago or Detroit. I could see him pulling the strings.
Yep, either one of those two. So you have that scenario. I think the number 1 free agent on Green Bay's list should be Tyler Lindenbaum, the center for the Ravens.
He's free agent?
Yeah, absolutely.
Veteran presence up front.
I got to get Boogie in. I got to finish getting ready for work. I got to get some food in my belly. Listen, I appreciate you guys. I didn't want to speed talk into too many things because there's still a lot to chit chat about. We got the college football championship. Signetti, holy spit. Old Curdy boy in 2 years. In 2 years, went to Indiana and won
changed the culture.
That's NIL.
Yeah. Who's next? Me, I win.
Who's next?
I don't know, man.
Mark Cuban just bought Indiana a championship. Michigan's going to be bought another championship here pretty soon with Dave and that sweet lady from that.
I don't see the Big Ten losing the grip on the national title scene.
Not anytime soon. Not especially after they just
which is weird. But I do see Texas A&M.
It's the NIL. It's literally leveled the playing field. Nobody is just
who's it going to be next year?
Yep. And it could be from any conference. I'm not saying that it's gonna be the.
When is it Harvard's turn? You fucking smart asses.
No. I want exactly. I want the chaos that you started with a long time ago. I want Navy or Army or Air Force. I don't give a shit. Put one of them damn freaking service teams in there. Those guys aren't getting NIL money, bitch. They're freaking going out there going to be beating the hell out of them.
Army basketball, as it stands right now, is looking to make its way into the tournament.
I can't wait. That's awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Go Army.
All right, listen. I love you guys. I appreciate the shit out of you. I love all of our listeners, all of our watchers. Just much love. And the bottom line is the Chicago Bears on paper after the games ended up being the better team this year. And I haven't said that ever. So I figure we had to get that out of the way.
I give you respect for that.
Thank you. It did kind of feel like I ducked y'all last week, but just income taxes, fucking bills.
They're coming up, Charles. They're coming up.
I know. I'm about to see if all of this was worth it. I got $50 back. Hell yeah!
I talked to my tax preparer. She's like, "Hey, did you work last week?" I was like, "Ma'am, did I work last year? Did I work the year before that?"
Who are you talking to? The invisible person on my shoulder over here? Yeah.
I appreciate the hell out of you guys.
You're please, great, man.
Everyone out there, remember, the world is a much better place with you in it. And listen to these guys. They know what they're talking about. Except for when it comes to the Bears.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm always right.
That's
We'll see you guys later.
Yo, it's time to dip. Lights low and the mic off. Boys with the heat, yeah, we blast like a Molotov. Said what we said, no regrets in the air. If you ain't subscribed yet, bitch, don't you dare. Rate it 5 stars, hit that share like a blunt. Tell your homies, tell your mama we on front. We the truth in the booth, no cap, just flame. If you fuck with the crew, you remember the name. It's goodbye, goodbye to the tribe. We fucking love you, now feel this vibe. Out this bitch with a mic drop kiss. Thanks for riding, we gone, but you won't miss.